What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sunnyside TV, and today I'm bringing you Decay of Logos here on the Nintendo Switch, and this is going to be everything you need to know. And I've been able to play this for a couple hours, and there is definitely some issues here, but we're going to get into it. But it would be very irresponsible of me to suggest not for you to buy this game or anything along those lines. This is not a review, and if you guys have paid attention to this channel at all, or if you wanted to go ahead and take a look, I do game reviews, so it would be irresponsible for me to tell you to not go out and buy Decay of Logos. But unfortunately, the game's got some problems, and we're going to go over it. Now, I did get an email here this morning, which is good, because I was really starting to worry how I could even try to get this review out, because there's definitely some issues. But if you guys can see here on the screen, it says, following the feedbacks from players, this patch will include adjustments to balancing the game, including areas like enemies difficulty, increased weapon durability, adjustments to the enemy's hits and combat situations, and a bunch of other stuff. As you guys can see, there's going to be some balancing stuff and things going out for a day one patch. Now, as far as the specific Nintendo Switch stuff, the game is not running particularly well at all. I have a lot of lag hiccups left and right. There's some major bugs. Even in that little email I just showed you guys, it doesn't actually address some other issues. Like, for instance, my little trusty I don't know what this is, a deer here, doesn't actually ride correctly. Can I ride? Let's see if we can ride it right now so I can show you real quick. So there's definitely some issues. Let's see now I can't ride him straight. That's the thing I'm having. He doesn't ride straight. He like goes back and forth. There's a lot of FPS hiccups. Like I said, it said in the email there's a balancing issue. So when I first started the game, I essentially was getting one-shotted by everything. I did kill some enemies and equip some armor, so now I can withstand about 2 shots from these creatures over here. So there's definitely a lot of balancing issues, but we're going to jump into some of the gameplay so I can show you guys some of the mechanics, so you guys can kind of check out also the graphics and how things are running. Like I said, the game's not running particularly well. I don't know where my buddy's going on his own. Where is he going? What is he doing? Shouldn't he follow me? So I can call my little buddy here at any point, which is cool. And it's crazy because there's some cool things happening in this game. And sub to the channel, by the way, if I haven't already said that. Sub to the channel, like this video, because I am going to have a review out of this game as soon as I can, and I think I can do it. I think I've kind of gotten past some of the harder things at the very start of the game. Keep in mind, this is like a adventure game, and I'm sorry I didn't explain it in the outset what this game's about. It's essentially an adventure game. There was no story, really. You have to kind of piece together the story. If you guys are wondering why I'm playing so passive, just remembered I said that if I get hit in 2 hits, I'm done. And I have to start over essentially from scratch. Ooh, so I just got hit, and I don't know how I got hit. So not a good start. Okay, so he's down. What I'm going to go do real quick is I'm going to go grab some health. So the game has a light and heavy attack. And before I get into some of the specific stuff, I did mention this is basically an adventure game. You're out and exploring. It's got a very Dark Souls-like element to it because the difficulty's high. And the game is meant to be a difficult game. So there's nothing outside of that that's a surprise. It's just, I think there's some weird balancing issues, unfortunately. I do have the game auto-locking me, and I chose that on purpose because it was getting me killed a lot. But when you start off the game, it gives you no real purpose. You kind of just jump in, and you have to figure out almost everything on your own. In terms of like a tutorial, the closest thing you get are these stones that'll tell you which buttons to use for what mechanics. And one of the things I noticed in that email too is that if they're going to mess with the ability to give you a control layout, because some of the buttons too are a little weird and a little off, and the button placement is not particularly something I'm happy with. What is that? We can't pick it up. Okay, we can't pick it up. So, like I said, there is a light and heavy attack. There's a dodge mechanic. There's also a parry that I cannot, for the life of me, use. It's with the left bumper. Not the trigger, but the left bumper. And it doesn't work particularly well. And maybe it's because I'm just a noob and I can't figure it out. But, yeah, and there's a lot of little mechanics at play in this game. And it's pretty interesting to me that there's almost no tutorial explaining everything, which is fine. I'm noticing more games are starting to do this now, and I like that. I think I would like a middle ground because sometimes games overdo the tutorials. This game gives you hardly anything, but right now, if you guys take a look, my stats are really low, and I'm probably gonna die. And I was trying to rest over here right when I started this video, and I kind of forgot as I was reading off all that stuff. And let me see if I can go ahead and take a rest. So there is a rest mechanic. You start losing your stats if you don't rest. But the thing is, I got ambushed and killed, and with this game, if you take on more than one enemy, you're essentially going to die. So let's see if we're going to get ambushed again. If I get ambushed again, I'm probably going to die. But there is a rest mechanic, which I completely stumbled upon, and I couldn't understand for a while. There it is, I'm ambushed. I couldn't understand for a while my health was so low to begin with. Unfortunately, last time I got ambushed, I actually had potions and buffs, and now I don't have any of that stuff. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to also figure out how to switch targets cleanly. I guess I have to kind of lock on and then unlock. As you guys can see, I'm taking my sweet time right now because... Okay, so he can only punch on the right. Okay, we have to really... I haven't been able to kill more than one person, by the way. So right now, me trying to take on 3 at the same time almost feels like an impossible task. As you guys can see on the bottom right, I have a stamina bar. I also have durability on my sword, and my sword is almost done, and I haven't seen any weapons. Dodge, 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 dodge. So essentially, I think I could just take 1 or 2 swings before I need to run out, gain my stamina back, and then come back. And if I could take him out, that's going to be huge. Okay, that is huge. Maybe I'll survive this. There it is. His shield is down. I like this game, and I don't know what kind of review score I'm going to give it. And like I said, I don't want to be irresponsible to you guys and tell you guys that I don't want you to get this game or anything along those lines. But there's going to have to be some definite big patches coming, and the performance in this game is running really bad. I've had some huge lag hiccups that'll encompass. Ooh, I actually took a good hit from him. It's maybe because he doesn't have a weapon. There's been some performance issues that have literally paused and froze my game for up to 2 seconds. And I don't know why. There's not a lot happening. As you guys can see graphically, the game's worse looking easily than the other. Ooh. Oh. Oh my goodness. Something's off. I can't target. Okay, so I'm learning some new mechanics. So right now I can't actually target. There it is. Okay. What is that blue on the bottom? Was that there before? There's like a blue triangle. Okay, my current leg armor is almost broken. I'm almost dead. I don't know how to dodge this guy because he's punching. Oof. All right, well, I survived it. 3-on-1. Let's see if we can... Okay, I have no items. Braces. Okay, we'll go ahead and swap it. Ooh, you can store items too, which is good. But we'll just swap it for now. We don't need to store anything, I don't think, right? Should I just store it? Let's just store it. So we're going to store that. We're going to go rest now. Hopefully this gets my health back up. And I can show you guys real quick just a dungeon that I haven't been able to beat yet. But yeah, like I said, it would be irresponsible of me to give you guys, without the day 1 patch, for me to tell you guys not to go out and get this. The game feels like a lot of fun. It's not hand-holding you in any way, shape, or form. There's a lot of difficulty, and the game's not expensive. It's only $20. So it's just, I want to give this game a shot, and I'm going to give this plenty of hours, and I'm going to dive into this and really give you guys my impressions and give you my review of this and see if it's worth it. But there's just some things not working. Let's see if I can feed my little buddy here, because we're going to feed him, and then I'm going to show you how this isn't working either. Let's see if we can get him. Let's mount him up, and let's see if we can travel up. Maybe I'm not doing it correctly. I don't see, like right now. Okay, so I'm going to kick him. Right? That should kind of give him the giddy up. But see, I can't. You guys see this? I can't ride straight. Oh. Okay. All right. This is as close as... Nope. 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 Not. This isn't worth it. I'm hopping off. Not worth it. I hope that's a bug and I'm just, or maybe I'm a scrub. It feels like it should ride smoother than that. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I did rest. So let me see now. Okay, so now my stats are 0-0. I have all these bonus. Strength, stamp, defense is all up. That's great. I hope that every time I want to rest, though, I don't get ambushed. Because that would be a bummer. So now what we're going to do is, and interestingly enough, you start the game with all those negative stats. So good thing I was able to rest. But unfortunately, it looks like they reset. Looks like they reset everything, unfortunately. All the enemies are reset. I was hoping to see that not be a thing. So I wanted to see if I'm another level. And that's another thing. So now I'm level 2. And the game did not tell me that I leveled at any point. So, and there's still some things that I haven't discovered. As you guys, I've only played about an hour to 2 hours. I want to say more than an hour. About an hour and a half to 2 hours. So, like I said, still at the early stages. Some of the other mechanics, we got a light heavy attack, which I mentioned earlier. We have a dodge attack. We have the parry, like I said as well. Taking fall damage will get you killed. I've noticed there's little mini puzzles. The game's focus is a lot on exploration and kind of piecing the story. When you start off the story, it leaves you in a big mystery, and I'll explain that more in the review. There's also these little mechanics here where you have to jump. And like I said, if you fall, you die. So let me make sure. See, I'm like practicing my jump because I don't want to die. And you have to start all the way back at that bottom of the hill. So, okay, there we go. So I survived that. If you guys are noticing, there's just lag hiccup. It's not running smooth. I don't know how else to put it. It's like the FPS is just low. I don't have an FPS timer on me right now, but it feels lower than 30. It just doesn't feel like a smooth experience. And it's not just what I'm perceiving right now is what? It's not just what I'm perceiving as a slow experience. There has been complete freezes. So, and I actually took some footage of that, so I'll have that. Well, I don't see, and that's the thing. I don't want to be irresponsible. And the only thing is that email didn't mention anything about performance issues on the Switch. So, but we'll see. We'll go ahead and we'll wait out the review. Maybe I'll review it earlier and then just give an update. So we have a buddy here, and he's trapped. And we have to try to find a way to rescue him. This is the closest thing to another human I've seen. So we need to try and rescue him. So we're going to try doing that. Okay, here we go. This is where I died earlier. Another thing I want to know too, I mentioned earlier, the game, I've looked at it on the PS4 and all the other consoles, and it's not running anywhere smooth. Okay, so interestingly enough, this lever, I had to attach it and open the door, and the game still kind of saved that. So I'm a little confused on how the saving works as well. Like, it seems like you start over, but sometimes you don't. You lose your items. No matter what, dying is very punishing in this game, because you do lose your items and you lose kind of your progress, so... And you do have to start over because all the enemies are going to reset. So I'm not a huge fan of that at all. Okay, so we got more armor, so we'll go ahead and swap. And then we'll store. Interestingly enough, like I said earlier, when I first started the game, I was essentially getting one-shotted by everything. Everything was one-shotting, and I think they're going to fix that, and that's good. And at first I thought the game was so messed up because of all the one-shotting. I'm like, there's no way this game is intended, but I think what they intended for you to do was struggle a little bit so you gathered. Your current weapon's almost broken. That is not good news. That is not good news. I don't know what's going to happen when my weapon's broken. Oh. Oh, shoot. Where did he come from? I should have taken my time and scouted the area before I kind of jumped in. So we need to attack the person. We need to see if we can leverage my positioning to where maybe I can get the enemy stuck behind the other one behind them, because if I have them facing me laterally like that, then I leave myself open to getting hit. So if I can position my character, there we go, perfect. Okay, perfect. So we got more braces of bark. We already have that. So they drop a lot of armor, which is good news. Oh, here we go. So we'll swap that. Now I just need a weapon, though. My weapon's about to break. What am I going to do? I'm going to punch my way to victory. Once you lose your weapon, you start punching. That'll be really bad, because the sword gives you a little bit of distance. So I haven't made it this far in this little dungeon. The little dude is trapped in there. You guys hear that? Let me see if I can raise the volume. Sounds like there's a beast. So, I mean, stuff like that is really cool. It sounds like someone's sleeping, actually. That's what it is. I thought maybe it was like a beast, but I think something's just sleeping. So I raised that up. There might be a puzzle here that I don't get. If not, we'll probably just end the video, as I'm not very good with puzzles, and I'll have to kind of take my time and go through it. And you guys don't want to see me fumbling around. But in the meantime, let's just see if we can figure this out real quick. If you guys know me on this channel, I'm famously bad at puzzles, and I have no problem always admitting that. Unfortunately, we do have moments where we get into dark areas like this where I can't see anything. And this happened a few times, and I don't know if that's intended or something's off with the lighting. I am not sure what I'm supposed to do. Oh, shoot. Ah. I have no stam. Okay, there it is. So it said I leveled up. So the game does give you an indicator of you leveling up, which is good. I can now take hits. I'm sorry, I can't talk. Now I can take some hits, which is good to see. So I guess you kind of have to get past that initial stage. Ooh, have I gone this way or? No, there's nothing here. Oh man, I'm a little stuck, unfortunately. I want to rescue that one dude. Read. The mechanism crafted by our kingsmen are often worn out and used. Okay, so that's just trying to give me an idea of the puzzle that I already had solved. It wasn't much of a puzzle. It was finding the lever and then just attaching it. So yeah, I mean, this is Decay of Logos. I won't bore you guys much longer. I thought I'd just kind of give you guys essentially what to know and what to expect. There is a day one patch needing to happen. I really hope that one of the things that they actually touch on will be the performance issues. There's actually a lot of performance issues, and I'm hoping somebody gets to watch this. And here's the thing, and I don't know if a lot of people know this. It's something that I've figured out reviewing games and talking to devs and publishers, is that the games need to be approved by Nintendo, the patches. So it's not an easy thing, and sometimes these patches don't come out as soon as we'd like them to. So, but with all that said, I mean, there's a lot of promise to this game. I'll be doing a review, so definitely check it out. Check out to the channel, sub to the channel, guys. And ooh, maybe this is it. Sub to the channel, like the video, and stay tuned, and I'll keep you guys up to date with Decay of Logos. $20 game. Definitely check it out. There's a lot to like here, but there's some worry. So some optimism, but some worry at the same time. But that's going to be for me on this video. Thank you guys, and like I said, do me a huge favor, like, sub, but that'll be it for me, guys. Peace.